Welcome to Real Quick. My name is Izzy, and today we're taking a look at a mod with actual temperature control. This is the Innokin Cortex. Innokin, creator of the acclaimed MVP line and the modular vaping power system, the Disruptor, has released another awesome mod. This is the Cortex, temperature control vaping system with a built-in 3300 mAh battery with fast charge capabilities, 0.1 ohm coil minimum, 80 watt max output, titanium and nickel wire compatibility, and actual legitimate temperature control. I received this directly from Innokin. On average, this product sells for around $75 to $80. Innokin is known for their quality items at such low MSRPs, and the Cortex follows suit. In the box is the Cortex and an isub-s TC sub-ohm tank. For $75, you're getting a $25 temperature control sub-ohm tank and a temp control mod with a built-in battery. The entire isub line is known for their quality coils and machining, with the Apex top fill function, dual airflow, and the most satisfying clicks when adjusting your airflow, so the isub-s isn't just a throw-in. Now let's move to design. The Cortex is a slim, sleek, classy mod with a slightly rubberized sandstone finish wrapped around the mod, with the vertical lines running down each side and the logo imprinted. The sides are all rounded, keeping the mod comfortable to hold and use. The size of the mod is surprisingly small and light too. The finish will match pretty much any atomizer you throw on it. I have the black color, but it also comes in silver, red, and blue. On the back are some regulatory markings and the micro USB port that you use to charge the mod. This mod supports fast charging. Most mods only support 1 amp charging, which makes for a slower charge. But what I've noticed is that Innokin is incorporating 2 amp charge support on all their mods, from the new Disruptor batteries to the Cortex. 2 amp support offers charging up to 60% faster than typical 1 amp chargers. An awesome feature that I think should be implemented in every flagship mod. One thing I noticed though about the Cortex's micro USB port is that this shit is deep. I tried my Samsung micro USB cable, and the actual connector was too short to actually connect. The only cable that could reach in deep enough to make connection was the one that came with the Cortex, and every time I insert it, I feel like I should be breaking it because I have to push it in so far. Battery life with a built-in 3300 mAh battery is good. It lasted me about 1 to 2 days of average vape time. While charging, the fire button blinks white. Wait, white? Yep, white. Gone are the days of color-coded LEDs showing battery charge. Oh well, the white LED shows when it's still charging, and shows a solid white when fully charged. And I do have to say the white LED does look nice. On the front is the fire button circled by the white indicator LED that lights up when the button is pressed, and the Innokin logo is imprinted on the button. But get this, the fire button is perfectly flush. Now don't get me wrong, I can still find the button and press it as the button is right where your pointer finger sits when holding the mod, and you can feel where the different smooth texture of the button is. But I know from experience that most vapors are not gonna like this, because if you haven't gotten used to it, the button's a little hard to find. The fire button is still quite clicky, creating good tactical feedback when pressed, and the flush look of the button adds to that sleek look that the mod has. Towards the bottom are the plus and minus indicators. I'll tell you about those later. Up top is a standard 510 connection with smooth stainless steel negative threads and a brass or gold plated positive pin that is auto adjusting. And everything I've stuck on top sits flush with no problems. Around the 510 are some air slot cutouts if your atomizer needs it. The top and bottom just have an anodized finish differing from the sides. Another thing to note is that when using a 22mm atomizer, the atomizer will hang off like a nanometer if you're a perfectionist and that bothers you. Now you may be asking, where's the screen? Well, like the Vapor Shark, it's located at the bottom. The aluminum body extends a bit past the bottom, creating a lip so that whenever you set the mod down, it won't harm the screen. And from first glance, it looks just like a piece of black plastic and 2 metal buttons. But upon pressing the button, the bright OLED screen lights up. Below the screen is the adjustment buttons that protrude out just enough to press. The display shows you the temperature you set, the resistance of your coil, a live view of the wattage as it increases and decreases, the battery life, and a puff timer. If you press the plus and minus buttons at the same time, it will show you even more info, the exact voltage of the battery, the exact reading of your ohms to the freaking 100,000th, and a puff counter. All the info you'll ever need without all the hassle. You can change from Fahrenheit to Celsius by holding the fire and minus button, change from temper control to wattage by holding the fire and the plus button. You calibrate the device by screwing on your atomizer and holding the plus and minus button for 3 seconds. This will show you a display where you can choose between nickel, titanium wire, and wattage. You select by pressing the fire button down. This calibrates the temperature control mode so that it can read the temperature accurately. Now to performance. The Cortex can support atomizers as low as 0.1 ohm and hit wattages as high as 80 watts. Cool. But what Innokin is really pushing with this is the real temperature control. And real it is. You set whatever temperature you want to be at. If you want a hot vape, set it to like 500 degrees. If you want a cool vape, set it to 300. This mod doesn't use temp protection like all the other temp control mods out there, but it actually controls the temperature. The Cortex will ramp up the wattage smoothly to hit that temperature you set, and control the wattage from there to keep a consistent temperature. Fucking wild. And it works like a treat. I set it to 400 degrees and it hits smooth at that slightly warm temperature every freaking time. The TC function on this I actually love using, and I've tried a ton of mods that feature temp control, but not like this. Using the isub-s that came with it, at 400 degrees, this thing can push dense, satisfying, flavorful clouds. Overall, the Cortex is a sleek, simple looking mod, with a minimalistic body design and compact and light size, with an awesome included tank pairing, low price for what you're getting, informative bottom mounted screen, fast charging capability, and absolutely wild and easy to use actual temperature control, with the only con being the deep ass charge port and the only slightly bothersome flush fire button. The Innokin Cortex TC gets a 4.8 out of 5. If you're looking for a new temperature control mod, I can't recommend this enough. And if you have thought that temp control is lame, try the Cortex, as I am sure it will change your mind. Once again, thanks for watching. Subscribe and like for more. My name is Izzy, and this was your real quick vape review. I'll see you guys next time. Shoots. If you liked the video, share it with a friend. If you haven't already, go check out the site realquick.media. If you're into video games or Counter-Strike, come check us out at twitch.tv/duo_Q. Me and Kimmy play a ton of competitive Counter-Strike. Next up is the Rolo RX200 or the V Park TC50, I think is what